Cat biting my finger as we start the stream. Always a good start, Sexy. Thank you for chomping on my finger. You're the best cat. Ah, man's best friend, dog. I mean cat, right? Right? Okay, you're purring. That's good enough. All right. Hopefully we actually hit 70 today. That is the goal. This stream may or may not be cut off early because I have a set of Marvel Masterpiece box coming in the mail today, and I'm very excited to open it. So for anybody that may come across this video one day and enjoys Marvel cards and the like, you'll understand where I am coming from. One gambling addiction for another. Alright. I had so many items. I totally forgot about all of this. So let's go ahead and put away the gems. I'm going to take my time. I'm going to look at all these, and I really hope for an upgrade or some kind of something to extract for imprint, because I really do for an upgrade. Goal here would be, let's see. I mean, everything's doing decently, but I really need to get the resistance up for tier 4. So I really hope that I can get a couple better rolls on my resistances. So let's see what we got here. Alright. Great all stat. Everything else crap. I'm just going to read everything carefully here. So it can give you a barrier, which is not too exciting, so goodbye. Alright, shadow resist, dex. I mean, we're not really going to get much better than this, than what we're wearing already. There's some cold resist. I like the trap skill damage. I like the max bubble. So there's a lot there to appreciate, but I'm not going to wear it because... Actually, I shouldn't be so quick to say that, because the trap skill is very nice. The total damage reduction. So let's do a quick experiment here, because I actually don't know how this is going to work. So total damage reduction. It's 24. Does it have cold resist on it? Alright, so let's see if it makes a difference in the cold resist, right? Because there's no cold resist on here. But if there's a quote-unquote damage reduction, it should include either the stats or not. So 59 becomes 63. So that's interesting. So total... Oh no, it has the cold resistance on it. That's why. Okay. I got excited for a second. So 65 becomes 64 without being upgraded. So it's... Man, this is a really tough call. It's a really tough call. I can get a second resistance out of it, but I'll lose my intelligence, which I've already lost a long time ago in my life. So I think as nice as that is, I think the best bet is to just break it down and get the maximum bubble and throw that in here and hope that I get Flurry somewhere. Alright, all stat is nice. Poison damage, I actually do that again. So that's not going to be an upgrade, although I like the poison bonus. So that'll be good enough. Flurry, maybe? No. Damage over time, poison enemies, blah blah blah. So that's not going to be an upgrade. Okay, fire resist, poison resist. Again, it's going to be very difficult to get an upgrade on my boots because I have two almost max resistance and one decently rolled. So far I am really not happy with anything, but I got the bubble. I mean, the bubble is a very important one to get. Poison damage, almost max roll. Trap skills, almost max distance and max energy. It's not bad, but I gotta also keep in mind. What am I giving up? So this is really nice. Poison, injured, crit strike, crit damage. That's a really nicely rolled ring. So I'd be replacing this. So poison damage about the same. I'll give up vulnerable for distant enemy damage, the energy itself, and the trap skill. So probably not worth the exchange. Because then I'd also have to get the imprint changed too, so I'm probably not going to replace that. Crit strike damage is nice. Vulnerable, injured, lightning shadow. That's actually a pretty nice ring. I've been doing a lot of, I don't know if it's injured enemies. Let's see. That's distant, elites, healthy. There was one for injured. It's probably in another tree. I think it's one of the other trees. That's actually really nice. Damage to close energies and damage reduction. It's actually not bad. Alright, anyway. I digress. It is really nice. It is very nice, actually. So I think I might go ahead and consider upgrading that if I can get something that has the generation of the energy. So here's a better rolled Flurry. Oh wow, damage reduction from enemies that are poisoned. Distant, exploit passive. So that's a decent roll. So that'll be about 9, but still not where it needs to be. So that's going to go. That's going to go. Damage reduction from close enemies. Armor. Last one here. That's so unfortunate. That, look at that damage, 6.7% damage increase. So if I just straight put that on here, it already is an upgrade, interestingly enough. So let's see what else is here. The imbuement skills, which is going to be poison imbuement. I think it's imbuable, but not an imbuement skill. So it's just my poison itself. So I'd probably get rid of that. And get damage reduction from distance, increased damage, and if nothing else, I could reapply the Flurry somewhere else. I don't know where I would put it, but let's see what I roll on here. And it may be worth the upgrade, because I get rid of my shadow decoy, which is the other shitty part of this. Alright, first of all, let's go over to let's go over here. We'll put the ring away for a second. Because that ring will definitely be a nice piece. I just need to get the right things to go along with it. Now, I would be giving up with the basic energy skill, so let me see if I have any more of that. I have the max energy roll, so if that's truly an epic ring, I could re-roll the physical damage, and if it is an upgrade, I will consider exchanging that out. So why don't we do that? Where's the, there it is. Because this is where it's going to become very important for the next tier to like make sure my build is spot on. Like I have to have everything. I have to have the bubble in place for survivability. I gotta have my resistances maximized. Like I have to fucking survive this time. I'm not gonna continue to fuck myself like that. Okay, so we're gonna change this and hope that we get a crit strike chance or poison damage or something along those lines. So let's see what we get out of this. Damage to crowd control is actually not a bad choice because most of my enemies are always going to be crowd controlled, so that's probably a good exchange. It's a max roll, so that's awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and utilize that. All right, I'm going to put it here, I think. Okay, and that's nice because then I can I think that's going to work just fine. I didn't put the aspect in there, did I? No. Okay, so that was one good thing that came out of it. And now I'm going to do this. Get rid of this, I think. I hope that I get something really good. Let's say. Strength. It's a shame it couldn't be something else. But let's take it. Maybe we could do one more. It's going to be expensive. Let's see. Instead of strength, I mean, nothing I'm doing really has strength as a... Oh, I shouldn't say that. I should probably branch off and grab this. In which case it'll definitely be worth it. I lose my armor though. That's the big... So I'm basically giving up survivability for damage. 52 versus 60. I mean, that's a huge difference. It's a huge difference. If I can get total armor and total damage, that's probably the best play if it's like an option. I really don't want to roll that a third time right now, but I will keep it. I will keep it right now. If I get some more expendable, money, I'll consider rolling that again. Alright, so at the very least, we got a new ring, and we got a max roll bubble. So those are both, put this here, that goes there. Actually, let me do this and just kind of organize everything. And I'll put this like this. Now, what do I have in this category? So that's perfect. I'll probably keep this ring for a while. So let's go ahead. We'll probably get another good roll on this eventually, so we're going to go ahead and do that. So that's a good move. I'm going to go ahead and put this in here. And do I want to keep this? No. No. I gotta upgrade the ring. I put the aspects away in case I do croak. At least I'll have them secure for another character. Do the same thing, but all this stuff. Alright, let's hope I don't get any bad rerolls. Nice. Very lucky. Okay, good. So we're in decent shape here. We're basically 60-ish on everything or more, which is great. Fire resist is very important for the for the capstone dungeon, which I think I'm ready to do now. If I could find it. Where are you, capstone? You're in this vicinity. There you are. So let's go ahead and do it. I think we're definitely ready. And then that'll have us ready for tier 4 at least. And I can just kind of see how I'll survive. And then I think what we're going to have to do is grind out some levels before I formally go to tier 4. Because the world is, as I've learned, significant amount of levels higher than 70. And then the cutoff for the nightmare dungeons is like 26. And I'm not even through 25. I can't remember where I'm at now. I'm at 16. So I basically have to farm out 10 more levels worth before I can comfortably do tier 26. And then transition. Hopefully by that time I'll be into my 70s and it'll be a little more appropriate. It's actually pretty decent stuff. So that's my plan. You know, the problem is if I go straight to tier 4, I think the world level is like 73 or 74 at least. I'm trying to remember what happened last time I died. I was in an area that was like 10 levels over me. It wasn't 80, so it was probably in the high 70s, and I was in the high 60s. And that's where I made my mistake last time. Alright, so let me just see something. I was just about 60 to 70 and everything. So, it's nice. Oh no, it actually doesn't work, does it? So it doesn't actually truly give you the tier 4 experience, because I think when you get to the real tier 4, your resistances become less useful by whatever X percentage, and they're going to drop. But I think I should be very strong right now for this. We'll see. We're going to find out now. As soon as I run into one of these like guys that rush you and try to take off like 2/3 of your health in one hit, I'll know. I will know the experience. But I'm doing good damage to them, which is great. I have what? Almost 3,700 for health. So that's good. See, I'm losing health pretty quick. You know, it's not like melting, but it's what I would call appropriate for the difficulty. Let's say that. I really gotta get one of these caveman things that rush you. Once I get them, I'll know for sure. Because I've been in here when I took like literally like half my health bar in one hit. If I was really smart, I would probably have put the bubble on my amulet, but hopefully I'll have time to hit the escape scroll if I need to. Alright, again, let's take a look at this here. So it's still doing a little damage, but it's not like melting the bar, which is good. I want to see what happens when I run to a cold-affix. That's going to be a good test of like how much damage am I going to take by standing and shit, because I always feel like the cold damage is terrible. But right now we're flowing pretty good through this. Let's see how much damage is that. Oh, I'm not gonna find out yet. I killed them too quick, and I almost got a chance to go into it. I'll run into another cold one, I'm sure, by the end of this. go too deep into us at a time, because teams can get fucked pretty quick here. But I think we're pretty comfy here right now, all considering. Okay, first part complete. Let's get this part done. To the other side, and then the boss is going to be very difficult, so I'm not looking forward to that. Even vulnerable, I'm doing pretty good, even while vulnerable. It's definitely significant damage, so you know, you add that to like getting frozen, shit can hit the fan very quickly. I remember my last character, that's what happened. I got frozen and I literally went from like full to here and died before I could even react, before the frozen even wore off. It was insane. So, trying to learn my lesson. But again, I don't think this is really tier 4. It's like practice for tier 4. Because it's not true adjustment to resistances. They do this to you though. Damage stacking up to 50 times. Which is kind of fucked up. It is pretty significant damage that I'm taking, so luckily I'm getting it back with the life on hit, but that's definitely significant. Where's this guy? There he is. And I wish the damage was just a little bit more. I mean, one flurry is basically killing most things. So some of it is too, which is less than ideal. Taking my time here. Alright, there's my cold. I'm gonna get rid of some of this shit first, and then I'm gonna see if I can isolate him. See how much damage I'm gonna take. Okay. Yeah, see, it's still, just standing in it is still very dangerous. Watch this. Let me get rid of him first. Good. So watch this. See, that's definitely pretty significant damage. Let's see, where is he? Yeah, that's very significant damage right there. So definitely still don't want to stand in that if you have a choice. Where are those guys that like rush you? I haven't run into them yet. Usually they're like all over the place here. That's weird. Ow. Ooh, see, that was pretty significant damage. Ooh, nice. bad, that poison. Yes, it's not terrible. It's not like where you can't react to it, which is great, but it's definitely, if you lag out in that, you're still in trouble. I mean, versus if you have great resistance, you could tank it if you disconnect or something like that. So point being, I got a little bit of work to do before getting to the next difficulty, I would say, just based on what I'm feeling out right now on this. Okay, that's 2. I'll probably have to go around that way. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't run into those guys that do the frozen attack. That's really weird, but whatever, I'll take what I can get. Maybe they're in this section, that's why. Maybe I'm remembering incorrectly. What I'm really afraid of is running into one of the goatmen with the lightning. That reflect damage got me killed a long time ago, and it was scary. That was another one where I like the bubble proc. I had no idea why, because I was still learning the mechanism, and then by the time it wore off, I literally got melted. That could have been dangerous. Here's one. I think this is the guy I'm talking about. Let's get rid of all this shit. Oh, helmet, nice. Yeah, see, he still hits very hard. Should have done it. I should have used that. I should just be able to stay out of the way of him now. Just let him do his thing. Alright, there's 70 officially. Very nice. How's the helmet? It's a nice upgrade armor-wise, but other than that, it's still a level 60 item. Another troublemaker. See, he's much better than the cold. Cold's like so fucking scary. Alright, let's get him down. See, that wasn't terrible. That was. That hurt. Just gotta get my resistance up. That's the bottom line. I shouldn't be taking that much damage that quick. move quick here too, which is like another thing I always forget. The movement speed, the projectile speed is like significantly quicker. Or at least it feels that way. But I think it says like enemies are more dangerous. Something like that when you read the description. Projectiles are more like accurate or something like that too. Alright, let's get rid of this big boy. Oh, come back, buddy. Sweet. Okay, we got one more, it looks like, maybe two. Is he frozen? No. Oh, definitely was not expecting that. Okay, we should be just about done. Before we get into this fight, I'm going to do two things. I'm going to get my upgrade for my potion. And I'm just going to clear out the inventory. Alright, I think we're as optimized as we can be for this boss. So, here's hoping I don't croak. It's always such a scary fight. I'm doing really good damage, so even if he hurts me. That's alright, that's not too bad. Until he starts shooting in circles. Face tank that, which I normally wouldn't have been able to do. Good. Still very significant damage from him. Ooh, sacred pants. We'll see if it's the correct level. I doubt it, but we'll see. I think it's the same one I always get with the death trap. I wish there was a different one, but I guess eventually I'll have access to it. Dodge, shadow, damage to elites, trap damage. Good, but not good enough to replace. Nothing there I need. good. Go ahead and hand this, quote unquote, hand this in. Alright, so now, see how much that dropped? It went from 60 to 70 to 40 to 50. So that's very significant. So we're not quite ready for this. Because again, the world around us is all 75. So once we hit 75, we come back and we start tackling this. So we're going to go back to Nightmare. Okay, and then we gotta keep grinding out some stuff. But at least we got all of the seasonal stuff done. And there's just a couple side quests left, and I think we got all this done. Oh no, we didn't. We got literally just a tiny bit left there. So if I get the waypoint, the side quests is a lot, and then the areas, I'll get the max there. But I already somehow got it in previous characters, so. Alright, this is about as optimized as we could be. I'll run this to here real quick. Might as well start this other quest as well. I'm going to take a quick break for now, but I'll be on later. I think it's a good point to take a break.